Welcome back to another video. We were visiting Brightside yet again. This video is called Flying Dinosaurs Survived. Look at the thumbnail. You can see this is clearly a pterosaur. It is not a dinosaur. Anyways, enjoy the video.
Big herds of dinosaurs run through the forest. The temperature rises rapidly, and everything behind them begins to ignite. Some dinosaurs get stuck in swamps and can't get out. Pterodactyls fly over their heads as they try to avoid the blast wave that will soon cover the earth.
Wasn't the main cause of extinction the fact that the sun was blocked out? You know, those blast waves and stuff, lots of fires burning and stuff. It makes sense, but this is probably one of the underlying causes of clouds just blocking out the sun.
This event happened about 66 million years ago. It wiped out almost every living thing on Earth. Birds and flying dinosaurs were just about the only ones who could survive the most massive extinction event ever.
Ironically, flying dinosaurs, you're saying birds. Birds survived. Are you referring to pterosaurs? Because pterosaurs did not survive. Also, birds were not the only ones that survived the mass extinction event. 75% of species went extinct, including all non-avian dinosaurs. But how about, the mammals and lots of other small animals?
Hey, don't blame me. I wasn't around then. Let's go down their evolutionary tree to look at the world's first bird, Archaeopteryx.
It's called Archaeopteryx. This thing is not a bird. It's meant to be studied for birds' ancestry.
It was about the size of a modern raven, but it looked like a small dinosaur with feathers. It had many small conical teeth, almost like alligators. It's because Archaeopteryx was closer to reptiles than to birds.
Did you call it one of the first birds then? If it's not a bird, like you admitted.
However, its brain was 3 times larger than that of these reptiles. Although it had wings with feathers, it could hardly fly like modern birds. Its shoulder joints didn't allow it to lift its wings above its back, so it couldn't make a full wing beat. Most likely, Archaeopteryx was capable of gliding flights with small wing flaps. Evolution has led to more evolved species.
You're now showing a pterosaur. Okay, that was made 2 years ago, as opposed to the last video, which was made 1 year ago. So I assume you used the same pterosaur diving animation that 1 year later.
Species capable of full flight. Pterodactyls. These guys had no feathers, but membranes made of skin and muscle. Its wingspan was about the length of a human leg.
This velociraptor is emitting curse sounds. Also, depends on what sort of pterosaur. Like, are you going to put Pterodactylus and Hatzegopteryx in the same category in terms of size? Also, size is determined by mass.
It could fly perfectly and catch fish and small animals. Although flying dinosaurs could easily outrun terrestrial predators like velociraptors.
Can you call that outrun? Have you read the script?
And T-Rexes, most of them didn't make it through the impact of a giant meteorite. Let's look at this event step by step to see how they got to our time. 10 minutes before the meteorite crash, a massive rock about the size of Manhattan Island is moving towards Earth in space.
We're now just talking about what happened before the asteroid hit. Also, I don't think this is the map 66 million years ago.
It weighs 460 trillion tons. That's like 3 trillion blue whales, the heaviest mammals that ever lived on Earth. And it's approaching our planet at 12 miles per second. At that speed, it could cross the Atlantic Ocean in just 4.5 minutes. That's twice as fast as our modern spacecraft could fly. 5 seconds before the meteorite crash.
It's yet another generic clickbait paleontology video at this point.
Ooh, this is getting tense. The Earth's gravitational force continues to pull the giant meteorite. It blows a hole in our atmosphere and creates a popping sound so loud you could hear it on the other side of our planet. All the animals on our planet wake up in a panic. They lift their heads up and see a huge rock that begins to burn through the air. Smaller fragments start to break away from the main meteorite. This fire is so bright that it shines almost like the sun.
Just get to the point of the video, okay? I know what you're saying is correct, but it is not related to the topic of the video.
Flying dinosaurs and other ancestors of modern birds are the first to sense danger.
What? Flying dinosaurs, pterosaurs, Oh my god, this is absolutely ridiculous.
They make a beeline to the sky and try to fly as far away from the impact site as possible to save their lives. The moment of impact. The colossal mass and velocity of the meteorite give it an enormous amount of energy. As soon as it touches the Earth, it causes an explosion of 150 trillion tons of TNT. The blast wave literally rips out chunks of our planet and throws them up.
Isn't this a bit exaggerated? I know it caused lots of earthquakes and volcanoes and stuff, but I feel like this effect is just greatly exaggerated.
A huge wall of energy begins to move from the point of impact in all directions. It snatches the trees out with their roots and pushes them to the ground like dominoes. The shockwave completely wraps around our planet. This energy turns into heat. Everything around the impact site begins to ignite. Green jungles and trees turn into smoldering charcoal in seconds. The ground and rocks simply evaporate. The collision caused a massive earthquake. Some dinosaurs may have fallen into cracks that appeared in the ground. A strong earthquake caused a tsunami, with waves higher than the Empire State Building.
Yeah, this video is already getting boring because we're not even on the topic of the video. We're just having some clickbait bright side stuff. Lots of clickbait in the good old bright side fashion way.
Dinosaurs that weren't trapped.
Okay, what is it supposed to be? Is this still Stegosaurus? The Stegosaurus already went extinct in the late Jurassic. You're putting it in the frickin' end of Cretaceous. This is just absolutely crazy.
In the burning forest were washed away by the enormous waves. The dinosaurs of North America tried to escape by running to the north, but the blast wave inevitably catches up with them. Flying dinosaurs have no
Flying dinosaurs yet again. Are you kidding me?
problem with earthquakes or tsunamis. They fly high enough to avoid the giant waves, but they will have to contend with continuously falling meteorite debris. 5 minutes after the meteorite crash, a meteor shower of giant rock fragments continues to fall to Earth. Some meteorites were the size of a car, others were more like a large building. Ashes and dust rise into the air. Their temperature is so high that they melt and turn into liquid lava and then fall back to Earth, causing more fires.
Okay, so I feel like Brightside is trying to get into the topic of the video, but they're mistaking flying dinosaurs. They're obviously mistaking pterosaurs for flying dinosaurs. Obviously, pterosaurs, they are not dinosaurs. Let me tell you now, birds are dinosaurs.
Meteor showers cause trouble for flying dinosaurs too. They have to maneuver and dodge the falling red-hot rocks. The high temperatures are a huge problem for them because it might make them lose feathers. With no feathers, they aren't able to fly. 10 hours after the meteorite crash, the dinosaurs continuously ran north all this time. They found themselves
Not another one of those large theropod velociraptor roars with those very scaly raptors. Also, velociraptors did not live to the end of the Cretaceous, so stop showing these velociraptors.
in unfamiliar territory with many swamps. Giant dinosaurs like T-Rexes have legs as long as an adult human's height.
Much longer than that, dude.
They have a chance to get through this terrain, but if they fell, they could never get back up. The smaller dinosaurs like Triceratops
Call Triceratops small. Define smaller dinosaurs, please.
had short legs and couldn't grow through the dense swamps. 1 month after the meteorite crash, 15 trillion tons of ash were ejected into our atmosphere. A dark cloud blocked the sun, and the Earth was immersed in complete darkness. Surviving plants couldn't feed on the sun's energy and stopped producing oxygen. Surviving dinosaurs could hardly breathe because of the lack of air and a large amount of dust.
And also because the food chain collapsed.
The lack of sunshine in the sky made photoplankton disappear. Many marine animals were left without their only source of food. The dust and ashes in the atmosphere prevent our planet from getting heat from the sun, and the temperature here is beginning to drop.
When are you getting into the topic now? Are you serious now?
The place where the meteorite fell was rich in sulfur. This toxic acid evaporated at the time of the impact and formed in clouds. Now there are acid rains on Earth. Flying dinosaurs now have to hide from these rains. They have to stay in caves and can't go outside to get some food.
The problem? There isn't much food left. Pterosaurs went extinct. Anything above 25 kilograms in mass went extinct.
So far, a large number of terrestrial and flying dinosaurs have survived. They come out to see the aftermath of the disaster. The site of the impact was in present-day Mexico, the Yucatan Peninsula. The Chicxulub crater is located here. It's about 93 miles wide, like half of all of Lake Michigan, and it's 12 miles deep. You could plunge the whole Mount Everest in there, and there would still be 6.5 miles of available space. It wasn't the impact itself that made the dinosaurs disappear. The fire destroyed most of the plants the herbivorous dinosaurs ate.
Plants could just recover from that. What really killed them, though, was the fact that the sun just was blocked out, causing photosynthesis to become non-existent, causing plants to die out, causing no more plants, causing herbivores to die out, causing carnivores to die out. That's just how the ecosystem works. If one part of the food chain collapses, every other food chain just simply collapses.
With no food, their numbers dwindled rapidly. Predatory dinosaurs had nothing to eat either. Acid rain and the disappearance of phytoplankton threatened all marine life. Even though birds managed to avoid the blast waves and tsunami, they were short of food too. About 80% of all birds
This thing is not a bird.
didn't make it to the end of the extinction event.
I feel like 90% is more accurate.
The problem was that all of the forests on Earth were wiped out. Most birds would nest and live in trees. Besides that, the forests were always full of food, from all kinds of ants and termites to flying insects and small mice. So, only those species that lived on the ground and could fly well survived.
And also ones that are small enough, because they don't require as much metabolism, they don't require as much respiration.
Most likely, they fed on the seeds of small surviving plants. This habit made flying dinosaurs lose their teeth during evolution. Instead of jaws with a bunch of sharp teeth, they got long beaks to grab tiny seeds from the ground. Although Earth looks like a terrible place to live now, there's an evolutionary boom for birds.
And also because when the skies cleared out, there was sunlight, there was literally everything for plants to thrive, and then some more animals, and then more animals, more animals.
They have to travel long distances in search of food. Their wings get stronger. They also feel safe from predators who regarded them as food before. No T-Rex now catches a sleeping bird off guard. About 1,000 years after the collision, the first dense forests appear.
I don't think we're this quicken, okay? Life had to restart. But to be fair, plants would definitely grow very quickly because of secondary succession.
It gives another boost to evolution. 1 million years later, forests full of food are populated by the ancestors of modern mouse birds. And 65 million years later, in modern times, we have about 10,000 species of birds. Pigeons, crows, eagles, and hawks, even penguins. These are all descendants of the dinosaurs. But there were other survivors. Some alligator and crocodile ancestors were able to adapt to changing conditions.
They are not dinosaurs. Whatever.
About 80% of turtle species managed to survive the mass extinction, and now their descendants live among us. Snakes and lizards were also able to wait out the hard times in their burrows. Even some mammals, like monotremes, survived. This hedgehog-sized animal was able to continue to evolve. Many millions of years later, these mammals evolved into primates, which later gave life to modern humans. Much, much later came the iPhone.
And that is the end of the video. Another one of those crazy bright side classics. Okay, it probably isn't that terrible, but flying dinosaurs, man. Stop referring pterosaurs as flying dinosaurs because they are not dinosaurs. They are pterosaurs. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy it. See you all next time.